Can iPhone gaming actually compete? Not just on paper, but in the same space as actual dedicated gaming hardware.
Let's put it next to something like the Steam Deck or the Switch 2, the closest comparisons we have. Technically, is it capable? Yes. Practically and emotionally, not even close. And it's not about power. Modern iPhones are ridiculous. They're running AAA games now. That's not the issue. The issue is what the device is. We don't just game to pass time. We game to disconnect. Even if it's just for an hour. You sit down, you pick up a device, and for that moment, that's all it does. And that's all it's for. The Steam Deck, it exists to play games. The Switch, the same thing. You turn it on, you're in. With the iPhone, you're borrowing it. You're borrowing it from messages, your emails, bank apps, analytics. You're borrowing it from your life. It's like trying to relax in your office chair. You can do it, but your brain doesn't fully switch off. They say if you want to break a habit, you change your environment, because your environment carries cues, triggers, associations. Your phone is nothing but associations. It's the device you argue on, the device you scroll on, the device that buzzes. And now you're asking it to be your escape. The iPhone follows you like a little goblin on your back. Even when it's quiet, you know what it can do. That awareness never fully disappears. And that's the word people ignore. Awareness. It's not about screen size. It's not about performance. It's about how aware you are of everything else that device represents. With a dedicated gaming device, the background noise drops. With a phone, the background noise is built in. And yeah, Windows handhelds struggle with this too sometimes. Too many layers, too many variables. Updates, pop-ups, friction in the wrong places. By the time you're in the game, the moment's already diluted. Immersion isn't just graphics, it's mental isolation. So can it compete? On paper, absolutely. In your head, not even close. Now, to be clear, the iPhone has mastered something. It's mastered short bursts. 5 minutes on the train, 10 minutes waiting somewhere, quick interaction, quick dopamine. That's what it was designed for. Tap, swipe, in, out. And it's brilliant at that. Mobile games work because they respect the environment the phone lives in. They don't demand isolation. They don't demand silence, and they don't demand 2 interrupted hours. They fit around your life. And here's the thing. You can't be a jack of all trades and still be a master of something. The iPhone isn't confused. It's already a master. It's mastered being a phone. Communication, camera, payments, social, everything. It's the premium version of that idea, and because it's mastered being a phone, it can't stop being one. You can't temporarily erase that identity. And here's something I've noticed. The amount of times I've been sat playing a game on my phone, started to get fully into it, and then instinctively reach to check my phone, and then realise I'm already holding it. So I swipe out of the game, check a message, open another app, then go back into the game. And that tiny break, that's the whole problem. It's not respecting separation. A dedicated gaming device says, this is play. The phone says, this is everything. And when one device tries to be everything, it blurs the boundary. Disconnection needs separation. When you get home and all you want to do is escape for an hour, you're committing to something that exists outside of your daily noise. The Steam Deck respects that separation. The iPhone tries to merge it. And merging feels efficient, but it doesn't feel immersive. But now the iPhone is trying to stretch into something else. Full immersion, long-form RPGs, 30-hour story arcs. And that's where it starts fighting its own identity, because immersion doesn't fit around your life. It replaces it temporarily. And none of this takes away from what the iPhone can actually do. Because let's be honest, the fact that you can run Red Dead Redemption and Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil or Death Stranding on something that fits in your pocket, that's absurd. That's borderline sci-fi. 10 years ago, that was a fantasy. And they don't run badly. They run well. They look good. It's not a gimmick. So this isn't a phones are weak argument. It's a phones are something else argument. The Steam Deck has friction, updates, shader caching, tweaks. But that friction leads into immersion. The iPhone has zero friction to start, but it carries invisible friction in the background. And invisible friction is worse. It doesn't announce itself, it just quietly reduces depth. This isn't just about phones versus handhelds. It's about purpose-built tools versus general-purpose tools. Like a Swiss Army knife can technically do a lot of things, but when you really want to cut something cleanly, you reach for a knife. The iPhone is a Swiss Army knife. Dedicated gaming hardware is a blade. So here's the interesting part. What if we try to force it? What if we add a controller, a grip, a bigger display, an external power? What if we try to build a gaming environment around the iPhone? Can accessories close the gap? Because here's the twist. Maybe the problem isn't the silicon. Maybe the problem is the environment. So next time, I'm going to push the iPhone as far toward dedicated gaming device as possible. Controllers, accessories, the whole lot. And we'll see if you can engineer immersion or if psychology still wins. I'm Dark Soul, and if you like this sort of content, subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.